EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten, and we're off in Week 4. Cavante Turpin now from his end zone. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. Well, right away, they'll change the look. Dak going to start out going to the air. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
First run now for Kyron Williams. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. A handoff from Mitchell running left. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Prescott to throw it. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Well, for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder, pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, You've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
They'll start on the ground with Irving. And this first play will get him back to the 25, and that's going to be it. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kobe Bryant. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now they'll audible to something else. On 2nd down, Irving.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. They run out of the gun with Irving. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Branch. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he's got room. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. A run up the middle with Irving. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Bucky Irving with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On play action, Prescott. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the red zone now, Prescott. Finding Williams once more, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kyron Williams, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are once again back in front. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. And now they'll shift things around. Out of the gun now on third down. Hard throw, incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 40.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He hits blue. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
They'll run up the middle here with blue. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
2nd and a couple.
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They'll throw now on the final play.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in.
And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
Sometimes those tip balls turn out to be like a pinball. Just bounce all over the place. Everyone's got to go up and get it. In this case...
Well, we talk about tip drills for defensive players like you, but what about the offensive guys? They do any tip drills?
I think they work on it as well, oftentimes in the Hail Mary.
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. He'll drop to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Handoff running left, Irving.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And the slot man goes in motion left.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Got a man complete. It's Taylor.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big play here for Dallas. 46 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw is Prescott. Flush to his right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Williams is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
43 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 33 and a first. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now this throw caught left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Cowboys are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Oh, that's one as a quarterback where you put both hands on your helmet and say, I can't believe I just did that. If he puts a little more touch on that ball, the receiver's still running. Instead, it's just an incomplete pass.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Prescott.